Hello, Stu here, ready to rewind and remember some more nostalgic goodness. Starring the brilliant Brian Murphy in the title role, Alpha Lester was broadcast on BBC Two in the autumn of 1982. An underrated sitcom that unfortunately just didn't really take off with audiences at the time, Alpha Lester saw Brian in the role of Lester Small, a driving instructor in a small West Country town who takes on pupils whom other instructors would probably steer clear of. The most accident-prone of these is Mrs. Davis, wife of Lester's bank manager, who proceeds to destroy or at least badly damage Lester's car every week. These set pieces were often the highlight of each episode.
Turn left, give me the wheel. All right, then you turn left. Do you have the correct time? 1:15? Yes, well, I don't usually approve of you putting your foot down, Mrs. Davis, but I think in the circumstances...
Please stand well back from the platform for the through train to Penzance.
Mrs. Davis, I can't hear a thing but this train behind me. Oh, my God. Step on it. What? We can't be running out of petrol.
Can you mend it?
As previously mentioned, Alpha Lester seemed to pass many people by, lasting for just 6 episodes. This is a real shame, as this forgotten sitcom remains a bit of a buried treasure.
And that spiky little flea bags. Yes, you did well to avoid killing it. Unfortunately, you came very close to slaughtering us both. I'm sure if that little hedgehog could have spoken, he'd have disapproved of us risking our lives. He probably had suicide on his mind anyway. He could have been waiting there for days, eyes shut, limbs braced, putting his little affairs in order, bravely awaiting that cross-ply kiss of death. And you have to go and disappoint the poor little basket by driving us into a bar. I know I'm shook up as well, Mrs. Davis, but I don't think smoking is a very good idea. Yes, it will take away the nasty smell of petrol, but put that match out. Mrs. Davis!
Could I have a light, please, Mr. Small?
First broadcast in September 1970, the overlooked and rarely, if ever, repeated On the House starred Carry On great Kenneth Connor as Bricky Gussie Sissons, who, along with his crew, is working on the construction of a brand new housing estate. In what is very much an us versus them battle, the group are constantly under the watchful eye of site foreman Charlie Catamole, played by John Junkin.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you want to know where your Uncle Gussie's going to be all through Saturday and Sunday, in bed, that's where.
All right, here comes our friend and benefactor, cheerful Charlie Chester.
Right then, let's be having you. Sissons.
6209 701, sir.
Two.
Is that all you can manage?
Arbiter.
You shouldn't have bothered, should you?
Spooner.
God bless you, sir.
Micklethwaite. I was going to ask what your joke for the week was, but I see you're wearing it.
Well, Charlie, as much as we like your company, mate, we're going to love you and leave you. Right, fellas? Who's ready for a jar, then? It's me going to buy the first round.
Oh, yeah, just a minute, I haven't done yet. What I have to say will not take long.
Well, say ah.
Don't do that. I know how you lads feel about working overtime, especially at weekends. But we are behind, and needs must, as they say. So I will be here tomorrow and again on Sunday, doing what I can to get us up to date. Now, who's going to be a good sport and give up his weekend to join me? Now, come on, lads. I mean, you know the money's good and I need help. I'm all behind.
You're quite right there, Charlie. You are all behind, mate. Every inch of you. A big, fat, walking jacksie. Oh, come on, lads. We're wasting valuable drinking time.
The quietly masterful Kenneth Connor, who I feel was somewhat underrated, is great value as Gussie. Channeling a little bit of his frequent Carry On co-star Sid James, Connor portrays Gussie with an undeniable cheekiness, a ready quip and a twinkle in his eye for the ladies. Providing excellent support to Kenneth and John Junkin were familiar faces such as Tommy Godfrey and Gordon Rollings.
Well, cheers.
Cheers, love.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Love.
And thank you all. Gussie, Fred, Walter, Arnold, for keeping a poor lonely girl company.
Well, the pleasure was all ours, Angela. You know, when I was sitting over there and I saw your two lovely eyes just stuck in that book, I said to myself, Gussie, I said, there's a girl who really needs some entertaining.
You were right, Gussie. There's not much entertainment to be got out of this.
Oh, really? Well, then, do-it-yourself series. Oh. What is it? Number 3. Home decorating. Well, now there's a coincidence, isn't it? You know, I know a fellow who's got the same book as that.
Well, I hope he has better luck with it than I'm having. What I really need is a man. To help me decorate my beautiful new flat.
Oh, I see. Oh, so you've got a beautiful new flat, have you?
A beautiful new flat what?
On the House is a quintessential early 1970s ITV sitcom, offering up broad humour, easy laughs and characters that, while perhaps stereotypical by today's standards, were designed with one simple goal: to make people laugh. A forgotten television series recounting the life of perhaps the greatest writer in the history of the English language. There have been a number of tellings of the life of William Shakespeare over the years, both on television and film. One of the best, and ironically most forgotten, is the ITV drama Will Shakespeare, broadcast over 6 episodes in 1978. Each episode focused on the creation of a different Shakespeare play, with the bard using elements of his life as inspiration for certain plot points. The always excellent Tim Curry was superb in the title role, effortlessly moving through the various periods of Shakespeare's life and career. Paul Freeman, one of Britain's most highly regarded Shakespearean actors, was perfectly cast as Richard Burbage, the most famous stage actor of the day. Although he was only in the very first episode, Ian McShane made a memorable Christopher Marlowe.
Which had the merriest eye? How is it, Kit?
How is it? It's astonishing, my lord ingenious.
Thank you, my lord Stuck.
You've leapt from the barnyard to Parnassus in one jump.
Ah, you're an ambitious rooster. What do you want most, eh?
To be
The truth now.
to be one of Lord Strange's men, and to lend my hand with the playmaking.
Well, take my place. Work at it now. No wine, mind you, and no lewd girls or boys to act as fawns, just dry ink and unsensual paper.
Between two girls, which are the merriest eye.
Why Will Shakespeare isn't better remembered is almost as mysterious as the life of the bard himself.
You may rest quiet now. The poems will never be printed.
Good. Not that you can undo the dark deeds you wrote of so tenderly.
The deeds are done. I never wrote tenderly. I wrote as I felt, with terror sometimes. I remember Johnny Hall used to faint at the sight of blood. When shall they be married?
Next month. I wonder you concern yourself so at our country doings. You who have your verses to make you immortal.
There will be no immortality. Players may speak my lines, give them breath, and then they vanish into the air. My words are lost and gone, and that is best for them. Then I shall be forgot also. Forgot. Like the best player in the best play when it is done. Gone like shadows in the sunshine. I tell you, they will remember the lovesick Dr. Hall and his pills and potions at Stratford longer, much longer than I shall be remembered.
A show loved by both mums and nans across the country, and secretly enjoyed by school kids who got to watch it whenever they were off sick from school, Farmhouse Kitchen was one of the longest running cookery shows in British television history, running from 1971 to 1990.
When you buy your Christmas turkey, I wonder if you do as I do and buy one just a little on the large size. There's so many delicious things can be made from leftovers, but also it is more economical to buy a large turkey. You get more meat to bone. So I'm hoping today that you'll follow my example and do this, saving yourselves in the end both time and money.
Produced by Yorkshire Television, Farmhouse Kitchen was lunchtime viewing at its cosiest and featured straightforward, no-nonsense cooking, very much of the hearty variety. From 1971 to her retirement in 1981, Farmhouse Kitchen was presented by Dorothy Slakeholm. Grace Mulligan then presented the series until its conclusion in 1990. There are certain television shows from the past which, when mentioned today, have an uncanny ability to unlock a host of warm, comforting, nostalgic memories. Farmhouse Kitchen is most definitely one of those.
Just popped in a quarter of a pint of milk, and the other ingredients are an ounce of oatmeal. You've seen me use oatmeal before, haven't you, for thickening soups? I like oatmeal for this. And you can use either a bay leaf or a piece of mace. I'm using the bay leaf in here because I think most of you are more familiar with the bay leaves. You use them for lots of other things. But you may like to try it using mace. You can buy it at the chemist. It is whole mace, a little bit on the expensive side, but those of you who like to try a little bit of experimenting, I think you'll enjoy just trying it for once.
No matter what age you were during the 70s and indeed 80s, it's highly likely you would have seen at least one episode, and even had a copy of one of the numerous Farmhouse Kitchen books somewhere in the house too.
Hello. We have received many requests for individual Farmhouse Kitchen recipes, so we have published this paperback book, which contains all the recipes from all the programs we have done. There are over 400 recipes altogether with an alphabetical index. If you would like a copy of this book, this is what you should do.
On the move, we're on our way again. Every day, something new, lots to see again. Life is an open book if you open your eyes and look. So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Starring Bob Hoskins in one of his early television roles, On the Move was part drama and part educational programme, and aimed to help the many adults in the country who struggled with reading and writing.
So, how was it, kid? Well, you went to evening class, didn't you, last night?
Well, it weren't classes.
Wasn't
It was an interview. There weren't any lessons.
But you went anyway?
Oh, yeah. I got there all right, you know what I mean? There were signs outside, but, you know, that little sign with a man reading a newspaper, and there was arrows up to the place. It was a piece of cake. You couldn't miss it.
So you found your way there, all right? Then what happened? Tell us, I want to know.
All right. Well, there was, as I say, it was just a chat. There was this woman, Miss Hawkins. She was in her 30s. She used to be a teacher, but she had kids and had to give it up for a while. Now the kids are older, she's back teaching adults, you see.
Each 10-minute episode mixed scenes of Bob Hoskins' lorry driver Alf confiding in his friend Bert about the difficulties he faced in life due to his issues with literacy, and educational clips from guest presenters such as Martin Shaw and Patricia Hayes.
Coffee. Tea may be all I've got, but what I really want is a proper cup of coffee and a proper cup of coffee pop. Copper.
Martin,
Yes.
I don't think, don't think that I'm trying to
No.
teach you anything.
No,
but
no, good Lord, no.
No, but it's very much easier if you sing this. Do you know the tune?
No,
Well,
I don't
sing
know
it
the
for you.
words.
I'll sing it for you very quickly.
Yes, go on.
And very badly. All I want is a proper cup of coffee made in a proper coffee pot. Tea may be all I've got, but I want a cup of coffee from a proper coffee pot. Tin coffee pots and coffee pots, they're no use to me. If I can't have a proper cup of coffee from a proper cup of coffee pot, I'll have a cup of tea.
On the Move played a major part in the increase of adults taking literacy classes, with over 70,000 people calling the helpline number given at the end of each episode.
If you have any difficulty getting through, don't give up. Keep trying.
Click on the video on your screen right now to watch a full episode of Rewind and Remember right here on YouTube. The full series is available to watch on Rewind TV, Freeview channel 81, Sky channel 182 and Freely channel 141.